today we're going to be talking about Dun & Bradstreet.
Okay.
My name is Noel Booker with businesscreditbuilder.us, and I've been doing these series at different libraries. We've done how to build business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social security number. We decoded business credit and what business credit
Figure out how to build business credit.
All right.
Yeah. I'm Davina Cloud, and what she says is correct. We are real estate investors planning to buy and flip houses.
All right. And you know what? Business credit is real good for that. It gives you access to a lot of down payment monies that you might need, and just office stuff that you need, and builds up your credibility as being a business. Okay. And one of the biggest pieces of the whole project is Dun & Bradstreet. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Noel Booker Sr. I'm from New York. I went to Morehouse College for accounting. I've held several accounting positions with corporations and stuff. I'm doing general ledger accounting and financial statement preparation and stuff like that. But I've always had an entrepreneurial side of me. How you doing, man? Come on in.
All right,
Come
hey,
on
how
in.
you doing?
Hi.
I'm just introducing myself, and I'll give you your opportunity as well. So I'm telling everybody, my name is Noel Booker. I grew up in New York. I went to Morehouse College for accounting, and I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit in me, right? So I started a company called MediaNet USA, which does accounting, websites, and different services for small businesses, right? One of my clients I've had for over 10 years now, I started working with him doing his books for his freight company, right? So, after, there was like a contract situation, so after that contract ended, he kept me on doing websites for companies he was starting, and I guess when he would get a client, he'd start their company. So he would have me do their websites and, do the paperwork to get their companies right? And we're doing this all the time. And I noticed every time that he's doing a company, $250,000 at the bank. Every time we do one, right? I'm like, okay, so he's getting some money here. So one day I said, hey, can you find something for me to do? I need to get into some money too, right? So he said, okay, find the companies that's existing, and we're gonna do a transaction for them, and you can make some money. So when he said that, I just started researching this whole process about business credit. Okay, and when we started, I found a company. It was my buddy named Philly Phil. Philly Phil had a company that he was just sitting on. So we started working on that company, and he would tell me exactly what to do to build this company up, which was the same stuff he was telling me all along for the stuff that he had me doing, right? I said, okay, cool. So we wound up getting $250,000 credit line for that company. And we walked in there and came out with 4 brand new vans, right? That we run on Amazon, doing Amazon trips, right? So I know this thing works because it worked for me personally, doing it for my buddy. I did it for him, it's sort of money. And so now I'm building my own companies, right? And in the whole process, that's what leads me to here, because I learned so much about it. I said, shoot, a lot of people don't know how to get money like this. So let me start this workshop series and teach my community how to get some money if they'll come out and see. So here I am. And today we're going to talk about Dun & Bradstreet, which is the largest business credit reporting agency there is by far. You can introduce yourself. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Hi, everybody. I'm Alexander Gothard. In terms of business credit, I do real estate. I own a few properties.
Okay.
And I formed a business, but I have one of the properties in the business name. The business doesn't have any credit yet. So we'd like to put it on the business side as opposed to me personally, and just seeing how all that would work out.
Okay, great. You all here for similar reasons. They're real estate gurus too. And it works. The idea of, like you said, keeping it separate from your personal, that's highly important, because you get into business, and if you're doing business with your personal, then that means if something happens, which businesses go through stuff, and something happens, then now they're coming after your personal stuff. That means your kids and your family are at risk if they're coming after your personal stuff. With your business, they're only coming after the assets of the business. Okay, which it makes a big deal in setting up. See, that's what we do. We make sure you are properly structured to do business. Okay, meaning that you are set up to look credible to the lender's eyes, and you have available capital to operate your business. Okay, and for businesses, there's a lot of money for businesses. Easier to get than for personal. And for business, they give you more money than they would give you for personal, because you got to do business stuff with this money. So they already know they give you access to more money. Okay, and it's easier and faster than personal. Okay. So let's dive on in. All right, this is my information. Noel A. Book the Scene. You can find me on Facebook. I got my regular stuff up there. The website is businesscreditbuilder.us, the telephone number, and my email. Okay. And let me see. Today we're broadcasting live on Periscope via Twitter. So we're testing out new technologies here. All right. Dun & Bradstreet, by far the biggest business credit reporting agency, commonly known as D&B, provides information on businesses and corporations for use in credit decisions. Publicly traded as D&B on NYS, on the New York Stock Exchange. Headquarters in Short Hills, New Jersey. So this is going to be like in-depth information about Dun & Bradstreet, as far as it relates to, and as we talk, I'll relate how it goes into like business credit and stuff like that. And I'll be able to talk to you all about other things about business credit as well. But today is Dun & Bradstreet. D&B roots track all the way back to 1841 with the information of the Mercantile Agency in New York. In 1933, the Mercantile Agency joined with R.G. Dun & Company and became known as Dun & Bradstreet. To help American merchants in their decision-making, an enterprising businessman named Louis Tappan began in 1841 to establish a network of correspondence that would function as the source of reliable, consistent, and objective credit information. 50 years before the first consumer reporting agency, Equifax, hit the scene. Okay? As Mercantile Agency, located in New York City, was one of the first organizations formed for the sole purpose of providing business information to customers. I'm going to be running through this stuff. The Foster expansion in 1849, Tappan turned the agency over to Benjamin Douglas, a former clerk. Douglas capitalized on the improved transportation and communication of the time by expanding his network of offices, essentially providing the agency with both new customers and superb information. and information is key. A strong competitor, in 1849, the rival Bradstreet Company was founded in Cincinnati, Ohio. 2 years later, the Bradstreet organization popularized the use of credit ratings with the publication of the first book of commercial ratings. The rivalry between John M. Bradstreet Company and the Douglas Agency intensified as the United States entered the 20th century. In 1859, Douglas turned over the agency to his brother-in-law, Robert Graham Dunn. Under the new name R.G. Dunn and Company, Dunn continued Douglas's relentless expansion. During the next 40 years, Dunn led the agency all over the United States and across international boundaries, carrying Louis Tappan's vision into the next century. In 1933, that's getting close to us, the arch competitors merged to form D&B. The merger was engineered by Dunn's CEO, Arthur Whiteside. Whiteside led D&B out of the Depression and into the information age. In 63, I was born in 62, that's right around me, the introduction of the Data Universal Numbering System helped bring business information into the computer age. By 1970s, D&B had established its commitment to new technology. A new advanced office system, fully computerized data collection operations, providing the ability to link and analyze categories of information in entirely new ways and to deliver information to customers faster and more economically. D&B has undergone a period of restructuring in recent years designed to make D&B a smaller, more tightly focused company. A.C. Nielsen and the rest of them were all spun off to allow each company to pursue focused strategies for a specific business. In 2000, D&B launched an ambitious new plan called the Blueprint for Growth, strategy designed to transform itself into a growth company with an important presence on the web. 4 U.S. presidents were formerly employees of Mercantile Agency, which later became D&B. That's crucial. Abraham Lincoln, Grant, Cleveland, McKinley worked as credit reporters. Marilyn Monroe posed with the Dun & Bradstreet reference book in 1953 from the movie How to Marry a Millionaire. Woody Harrelson tempted for D&B as a receptionist. Louis Tappan, one of the D&B's founders, was the great nephew of Ben Franklin. They got some history, huh? D&B maintains a database of over 213 million companies globally. That's a lot. In 2012, D&B reported that 129.4 million of these records referred to active companies that were available for risk supply, sales, and marketing decisions. Another 76 million were inactive companies providing historical information for file matching and data cleansing. Dun & Bradstreet has a massive presence worldwide. 54 million records are from Europe. Just Europe, 54 million. 33 million from North. A business that's set up, that business's transactions. So they got all these businesses worldwide. That information tracks data and helps people make business decisions, right? Latin America, 12 million, 1 million from Africa, 1 million from the Middle East. Dun & Bradstreet has had offices in Australia since 1887, New Zealand, 1903, Mexico, Argentina, Venezuela, Brazil, Peru. So there you they're really global. Okay. Dun & Bradstreet has recently moved out of the business credit building game. Business credit building and monitoring is what many people know them for, but no longer one of their primary services. Another new company has come in and bought those services from D&B. Who is Dun & Bradstreet Credibility? Okay, this is where it gets starting to get confusing now. Okay, Dun & Bradstreet Credibility started 2010. Headquarters LA. 700 employees. And it's not D&B. Okay, it's a separate company from D&B. D&B is where you get your number, your Dun & Bradstreet number from. D&B Credibility offers all these services. Okay. They forged a strategic relationship with D&B. So they kind of maneuvered their way in, you know. D&B Credibility is privately held, unlike D&B. Funded by Great Hill Partners, a Boston-based private equity firm managing over $2.5 billion. Separate legal entity from D&B. Websites look the same. Purchased North American Credit on Self, aka Self-Awareness Solutions, division from D&B. Purchase value over $100 million. Great Hill Partners has pledged another $100 million to aid in growth. So they're substantial. Okay. D&B Credibility is the exclusive provider of key services previously offered by D&B. Offers build credit building services. Offers credit builder 1 through K per year. So that's what their prices are. They can range from $1,000 to $2,000 a year. It offers, which establishes a business DUNS number, DUNS fill. Okay, the DUNS number. The DUNS number is a 9-digit number issued by Dun & Bradstreet and assigned to each business location in the Dun & Bradstreet database. So each location, and this is where it comes in important, your address for your business, okay? Because that Dun & Bradstreet number is gonna do a Dun & Bradstreet number for each location. So when there's conflicting locations, that causes a problem and can get you declined, okay? That's one of the key things. See, but in this whole business credit thing, the most important part to the process is just setting it up. Okay, just setting it up and making sure that it's properly structured. Okay, and because when you online and there's different fields, name, address, EIN number, all these different fields. Each field is real important because they're checking each field. Telephone number. Okay, they know if it's a house or a business. Okay. So that's why we always tell people, don't use your house, don't use your cell phone. You gotta have a business number set up and that's listed. Okay? So that's the biggest piece. Setting it up, setting up the structure, because once you got that structure set up, when you start applying, it just goes through. We set you up so that when you apply, it automatically goes through. We don't want it to get to the point where it says, your application is going to be manually approved, or you know what I mean? When it gets to that point, then you most likely not going to get it. You know, and something in those fields wasn't exactly right, and now you see. So once you got it right from the beginning, those fields got to be right, and it goes through. Smooth process. Accept. Okay. Every business must have a DUNS number before Dun & Bradstreet will assign a Paydex business credit score. Okay? So there's the DUNS number that says this business is at this location. All right? Then there's the Paydex number, which is actually your business credit score number. Okay? It goes up to 100, 100 being the best. And that's what everybody's looking at when they're looking at your company. They're looking at that Paydex number. Obtaining a DUNS number is the first step toward getting a business credit score with DNB. The Data Universal Numbering System is a business identifier code provided by Dun & Bradstreet. This business identifier code was established in '63 to support Dun & Bradstreet's credit reporting practices. The DUNS number is the preferred method worldwide of identifying business. Okay? That's the generally accepted number worldwide. Unlike National Employment Identification Number, the DUNS number may be issued to any business worldwide. It is used by many foreign governments, including the U.S. and Australia, European Commission, and even the United Nations. More than 50 global industry and trade associations recognize, recommend, or require DUNS. Offers credit advisor. Okay. DNB Credibility Services offers credit advisor, allowing businesses to see other companies' records. Now, with business, anybody can see your business profile, your credit report, your business credit report. Like your personal, they have to get your permission to look at your personal. But with business, anybody can. They just go buy one of these, credit advisor, or the other one's got the same type of services that you can look up anybody. So when you're applying for credit with somebody, they most likely have one of these services. And this is one of the processes that they use to determine whether or not you're creditworthy. They're going to look at your business credit report. Okay? Credibility review, which allows businesses to control what others see about them. Credit signal, a free product offering which provides companies with alerts informing them of changes in their DNB credit scores and ratings. Okay? So this is the credibility website. And it just shows you that, they're nice and professional, they're the same thing. A lot of the stuff that you don't need, okay, to do what we're trying to get to. And the thing is, when you apply and you get that Dun & Bradstreet number, credibility is going to come to you real strong and try to sell you something, saying that you need to get this to get your Dun & Bradstreet number. That's not the case. But they make it sound like that. They're going to email you, they're going to call you, everything. They're going to try to put you in the headlock. Come and get it. I'm telling you. All right? So they got different prices. $84.99 a month, $159 a month, $149 a month, Okay. Pays DNB royalties for intellectual property rights that it has licensed. It's designed to do DNB's dirty work and hard sell DNB's products without DNB getting their hands dirty. Handles DNB's business credit building. Credibility has hundreds of credit advisors touching over 100,000 businesses every week. Credibility salespeople usually read from a well-rehearsed script. The pitch warns business owners that there have been a number of inquiries about their business credit from suppliers, lenders, and other companies. You see, they really trying to get you. Typically, there are no inquiries about small businesses' credit reports by entities looking to do business with. Salespeople say it looks like you may be failing business due to incomplete information and suggest that Credit Builder will fix that. Without business credit building services, what else does D&B provide? D&B offers sales and marketing products such as the Dunn's Market Identifier Database Optimizer and professional contacts, all this other stuff. The main credit score used in the business world is known as the Paydex score, provided by Dun and Bradstreet. From D&B, the D&B Paydex score is D&B's unique dollar-weighted numerical indicator of how a firm paid its bills over the past year based on trade experiences reported to D&B by various vendors. Okay? That's the professional answer. The Paydex score ranges from 0 to 100, with 100 being the best score. A score of 80 or higher is considered good or healthy credit. A business can obtain a good business Paydex score by ensuring payments are made promptly to suppliers and vendors. Personal credit scoring. Personal credit scores take time to build as they are based on 5 factors. Okay? So, you got the payment history, is 35% of the whole score. Okay? Utilization is 30%. And that's a chunk, right? So what is utilization? Utilization is how well you use the credit that you have. Okay? For example, say you get a card, fresh new, got $1,000 on it, right? You say, okay, cool, I got $1,000 credit, all right? I'm going to get me a TV for $500, right? I'm going to get it, and I'm going to pay it right off. So I paid it, I purchased it on credit, I paid it on time, right? So cool, I paid it on time. My credit score should go up, right? But it don't go up. It actually goes down with that transaction. The reason it goes down with that transaction because they only like you to use up to 30% of the credit that you have. So if you had spent on a $300 TV, you'd be okay. You go up a little bit. Okay? And that utilization is way important. Look, it's 30%, right? That's a chunk. So they're looking at how you use. So if you're using more than 30% of the credit that you got, it works against you. Length of credit history. They want to know how long the credit that you do have, how long did you have it? So the longer you had that credit, it affects your score, 15%. Accumulation of new credit. Okay? See, here, what they want to see is that over the span of time, you got some new credit. Not that you, in 1 month, that you apply for a whole bunch. They want to see it gradual, you know, because like inquiries hurt you. So if you apply for 5 in 1 month, that's 5 inquiries. That's gonna negatively affect you. Okay, so they don't want you to rush into getting a whole bunch of credit, but gradually get that credit and build it up and keep it. Okay. Credit mix. They want to know that you have a mix of credit. Like you got a mortgage, you got a car, you got a credit card. You know what I mean? They want the mix of credit. So if you only got one of them, then you'll know that if you get something else, you can get your credit up a little bit. Okay? So that's good information to know because some of this stuff you don't have, you know, too much control over, you know. And it takes time for this stuff, you know. Okay, D&B's Paydex score. The business credit scores are based only on whether the business pays its bills on time. That's it. That's what the score is. Only. That's it. So you can have 100 if you paid your bills early. If you paid it within the discount period, you get a 90. Payment is prompt, you get an 80, and so on and so forth. Basically, you're lendable at 80 and above. 70 above, but 80 and above, that's where you try to be at. 80 and above. You see? And that's how the score is, basically on how you pay. Period. Now, on your business credit report, there's other things on your business credit report that they'll look at. But the number is definitely straight how you pay. So the other things on your credit report that they look at is how many trade lines you have. The trade line is you got credit from some business and you did a transaction. That's a trade line. So they want to know how many trade lines, how many people gave you credit, how much credit did they give you, and how did you pay on those. They're looking at all that. All that's on your credit report, okay, and some other stuff. So they're looking at all this little stuff on there to determine your credit worthiness. Because every time somebody's going to give you credit is based on the risk. So they're looking at they're factoring many calculations in how risky is it to lend this person some money, okay? And on your business credit report, you control that. You control what they see about you from the beginning, okay? A business will need a paydex score of 80 to obtain the most favorable financing. This score simply reflects the business pays all bills on time. To obtain a paydex score, a business will need at least 5 trade accounts reporting to their file. Okay, so in the steps to build your business credit, when you start out, you're going to start out with 5 net 30 accounts. Net 30 accounts are easy to get. They only really require that you have an EIN number and your phone is listed with the 411. Okay? They give you that net 30 account. You get 5 of those, you're going to get a paydex number. And you're going to have a decent score. Okay? So once you got that 5 trade lines, now you got a decent paydex score. Now you can apply for revolving credit. Revolving credit is credit that you don't have to pay it in net 30. The net 30 is meaning you got to pay it in 30 days. The total balance, you got to pay it in 30 days. Revolving credit is you don't have to pay it in 30 days. They're going to tell you what your monthly payment is, like a credit card, right? You know, and that's how you keep it current. You just pay that monthly minimum, and that's how you keep it current, right? And with the revolving credit, they give you way more money, okay? And the revolving credit stores stuff like Home Depot, Amoco, Walmart, you know, all the stuff you buy stuff at. You buy stuff at already, you know, Staples, Walmart, Office Depot, all the, you know, most of the gas stations, Pilot, you know, stuff like that, you know. And see, once you get to that level, some businesses, that's all they need is a good gas card, you know, and that'll get somebody running, you know. For some businesses, that might be all they need to get that jump. Okay. It can take as long as 90 days for those trades to report on the score to be established. So, like when you get those first net 30 accounts, it might take up to 90 days for that one transaction to get in. Okay? So, it's important that you're watching your credit report as well, because you done made a transaction and you want to make sure that vendor reported you correctly, right? So you're watching the calendar yourself and saying, okay, because you know when you get up to 5, you go to the next level of applications, right? You go to that revolving credit. Okay. The business credit score itself is calculated by using as many as 875 payments. It is important for a business owner to have account report favorable payment history. If bills are paid on time, the credit score will be positive. If payments are made late, the Paydex business credit will drop. Paydex score will adjust according to how early or late the bills are paid. DMV's Supplier Evaluation Risk Rating. This rating predicts the likelihood that a company will file for bankruptcy and cease operations within the next 12 months. So they're really calculating your risk. And that's why it's so popular, because the businesses, they just want to go to one place and determine whether or not they can give you credit or not. And with DMV having all these different calculations on your risks of doing this, your risks of not paying, this score ranges from 1 to 9, with the 1 being the lowest risk, 9 being the highest. Okay, Dun & Brad's Supplier Stability Indicator. This model predicts the likelihood that a supplier will encounter a large, significant financial or operational stress over the next 90 days. This score ranges from 0 to 10, with 0 being the lowest risk, 10 being the highest. So they got all these different types of ways to calculate whether or not you're going to pay your bill or not, based on what they've seen. Dun & Bradstreet further lists in their reports details on payments the business has made for each individual account, including their full payment record, their upper credit limits, how much they currently owe on each account, how much is past due, what the terms of the accounts are, and when the account was reported and last updated. That's all that stuff I was telling you. And that's what people look at. They're going to look at your credit report, your business credit report. They're going to look at that number first. Then they're going to look at how many trade lines, and then they're going to look at how much those trade lines are. Then they're going to look at how those were paid. Extra information DMV provides includes detailed financial information such as current assets, liabilities, working capital, net worth, sales, new profit and loss, and more. So like when you get your Dun & Bradstreet number, you're going to have to send in like your financials, which is simple, and that's just more information that they have that they can compile and sell. Extra information DMV provides includes detailed financial information such as current assets, liabilities, working capital, net worth, sales, new profit. Oh, did I do this already? Okay. Dun & Bradstreet offers many products and services to consumers and business. Some of these include risk management projects such as Business Information Report, Comprehensive Report, and DNBI Platform. Dun & Bradstreet offers many products. Do I have duplicates? Okay. DNBI Professional, an online subscription to help access the risk of doing business with a company. DNBI Enterprise, a custom platform to manage high-volume credit risk management decisions. Enterprise Solutions, advanced applications to automate standard credit decisions. Man, they got so much stuff. they calculating. They calculating and selling. Okay, DNBI Enterprise, a custom platform to manage. This does look like I got some duplicates in here. My DMB, online access to trusted DMB insight with flexible customization for reports. DMB Data Exchange. DMB reports on other companies' Comprehensive Insight Plus report. Comprehensive Insight Plus report, business summary, corporate relationships, credit limit recommends, payment history, public filings, financial statements, and DMB ratings. Scores predict the likelihood of future business failure or late payments. Okay, so this is like a report at a glance. Where you see at the top left, the likelihood this company will experience financial stress in the next 12 months. So this particular one is at a 4. They're pretty risky. They probably won't get that money. Let's see another one. Likelihood this company will not pay on time over the next 12 months. Another 4. See, they're high risk at this one. You see, so these are some of the different products that they sell people. You know what I mean? Payment history trends. Same type of stuff. You know, they sell these stuff to companies that want to, they always got applicants. They want an easy way to determine whether or not they're going to give this person that money. You got these different products that DMV sells that helps them make their decisions. Okay, fast facts. Okay, yeah, this is another service, you know, different fast facts about people's companies. This is where, like, they get fast facts like this. They just verifying the information you gave me is true. You know how they can catch you in a lie, like, oh, we caught you. The real information is this. Okay. Business summary and corporate relationships. Business history, financial statements, public filings, and DMV ratings. See, DMV reports on other companies' business information. Credit limit recommendations. Okay, here goes another report they got here. What's this one? This is for the Gorman Manufacturing Company. They have their information, their executive, how many employees, DMV rating, DMV visibility rating. They got all this stuff. Okay, there goes some more stuff. Paydex number 73. Look at their risk. They're pretty low risk. Their number's up to 73, so they're pretty lendable a little bit. You know, they're not gonna get a whole bunch. They're gonna get something, right? Okay, this one here is visibility score 6. They're not doing too good. They're a little bit risky there. You know, but you know, they got all these different charts they trying to sell. They're gonna figure out some more charts to sell. Okay, DMV reports on other companies' credit evaluated plus payment history, industry plus benchmarks, credit limit recommendations. Okay, let me look at that. DMV sales and marketing tools, prospecting solutions targeting lead lists, Hoover's A subscription to our global business database, consumer integration manager, all this stuff. We don't have to really go through everyone. Market insight software to build prospecting lists. There's some duplicates on. Okay, DMV sales and marketing tools. Just some more stuff. I don't want to keep on going over everything they sell. Supply management solutions, supplier risk manager, and online subscription. Supply data services, supply diversity. I can't knock the hustle. They're gonna get it. DMV Direct, supply management solutions, the power of DMV and okay. This is just more of them just networking with other companies. All right. So that's basically all I have for the DMV. But you see how crucial the DMV is, because it being national, first it's the number one, it's the biggest. So a lot of people that are doing it are looking at DMV. Now the other ones, Equifax and Experian, you know, those are crucial too. So DMB ain't the only one. Okay, so you have to know about those other ones as well. But then I had this one particularly so we can know about DMB, the leader in the whole thing. You gotta have this. You know, you might be able to get away, not be, being, too close on the other ones, but you gotta have this. Some stuff require that you need the DMB, the Paydex number. Okay. Now, if you got a company, you can get information at the different credit agencies, right? Like the free information you can get is how many trade accounts that they have. Okay, you can get that for free, and then you can each company has a different way of how they package selling their credit reports, starting at like $50 a month, But you can go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/reports, right? On that page, I have a link to each of the credit agencies. You can go directly to each agency, but this is just a page that's easy convenience that you can get to all three of them, okay? And you can go there, and you go to the Experian, you can get, you can put any business in. All you need is the business name and the city and the state. It's going to bring up all the similar ones. You pick the one that you want to look at, and it'll have the number of trade lines they have. You can tell that for free, okay? And then you can, opt in to buy their credit monitoring services so you can monitor yours. Because you're going to need to know yours when you get up to that first trade, 5 trade lines. You're going to need to be looking at your credit report so that you know when to apply for the next, okay? Because I get it so that you know that when you apply, you at 99% sure it's going straight through, okay? So when you skip a step, it don't work. You skip a step, it don't work, all right? Now, I came across somebody that had skipped some steps and it worked. And I could not figure it out. But I don't advise skipping the step because it's gonna do an inquiry. It's gonna do an inquiry. So you don't want to skip a step and risk that inquiry. You know what I mean? Just know when you get to a certain step, then you know when to go to the next step. So in the whole process, right? I told you all about the first step is you set up the business right with the name, address, and all that stuff, right? Then you get your Net 30 accounts, right? Because once you got everything set up, the Net 30 accounts they're just going to give to you, right? You just call them up, they're going to give you an account number on the telephone, okay? Some of them might ask that you make a purchase first. They just want to see that you're going to buy something, so some of them might. I had not come across that, but they say that some of them might. And so once you get that 5, then you go to the revolving, right? Once you get to that revolving step, and you come up and got 10 trade lines, this is where it gets good. You get 10 trade lines, then you can start applying for MasterCard, Visa, Amex, and they will give you cash on a card up to the highest credit limit that you have, okay? So you'll probably be up to about 10,000. So those cards will be coming to you at 10,000, okay? So it's good to monitor your accounts that you get, those revolving. See, when you use one, get a revolving account, right? You use it once, you pay on it, use it again, pay on it, and then you call them up and say, hey, can I get that my limit increased? Okay? The idea is to get one up to 10,000. When you get one up to 10,000, then when you apply for those credit cards, they're going to match your highest credit limit. And those credit cards, you get 4 or 5 of those credit cards. At 10,000 a what? Okay? Okay, now you got a nice little portfolio, 10 to 15 trade lines, right? Your paid X's is over 80. Now you can get whatever you want for your business. You need to get some vehicles, or you need to get that big piece of machinery, or whatever it is. For y'all, it's gonna be, I need to take about 2 of these credit cards and put down on this house. I'm gonna flip that joint real quick, pay that down, and flip another one. I'm gonna use this other card. You know what I mean? You got a couple businesses set up. Now what? You got $100,000 on cards? Come on. Can you put some money down? Can you flip some houses? Can you put a bathroom or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's some easy stuff. You got total control over that. They're making it easy for businesses to get money. A personal person can't do it like this. A personal person can't do it like this. Okay?
I do have a question for you. Okay, when you said when we established in the DUNS number that our location is important because I wanted to ask you, so we couldn't actually use a P.O. box, we need a physical address?
Definitely. You definitely need the physical. Definitely not a P.O. Definitely not a UPS. Okay? The preferred addresses to use are a legitimate business address, 1, all right? 2, a virtual office. You know, those services like Regents, we use a service called Assurance. No, I'm sorry. Alliance. They know about this business credit thing, and they know to make sure that the addresses they give are separate. The Regents, they kind of just making money, and they're crossing over the lines and not making it right for this particular situation. But Alliance, if you go to Alliance and tell them that you're working with a business credit suite, then they know exactly, make sure that your address is a separate address, business address. Okay? One of my affiliates has an office in Conyers that we do addresses for like $50 a month, and they also throw in, like, when you get mail, and we'll scan it and email it to you, you know, stuff like that. You know, those services have different services where you can get your telephone number there, get it routed to your cell phone, or you can rent an office there and have access to the conference room and the break room and all that type of stuff. You know, I've worked in those environments too, which is really nice because they got it set up and make it look like you big business. You know, you come in, the receptionist right there, you got a big conference room, you know, you have your meetings and stuff. I've used those, you know, really successfully. Okay? Now, if you think you might want to learn more about business credit for your business and start, I got some different packages. I got a promotion going. But what you do is I sit down with you and give you a free consultation where I look over your particular situation, right? And then I'm going to figure out the best way for you. Everybody got a different situation, right? So I look over your situation, and then I'm going to give you a game plan. Some people might qualify immediately for money, you know, because there's different ways to get money. There's a whole bunch of different ways to get money. So, like, if you got credit, like, okay, there's the 3 C's, right? Like, when you go to a conventional bank, you need all of the 3 C's: credit, collateral, or cash. If you go to Bank of America, you need all of those, and you got to get some blood. Now, you don't have to get the blood, but they got a whole bunch of stuff that you need to do, right? The 3 C's, definite. But with business credit, all you need is one of the 3 C's: credit, collateral, or cash. If you got cash running through your bank, if you got more than $10,000 going through your bank for 90 days, if you got more than $10,000 in your bank for 90 days, they got money for you immediately. Okay? If you have good credit, some people can't wait to build up their business credit they need to get some money now to get this business going or save their business, so they use their personal credit to sign for a business credit transaction, where that transaction will not be reported to your personal, it's only reported to your business, okay? There's those options. There's an option where you might have somebody in your family that got good credit and use them as a personal guarantor. With the same situation, their credit is not harmed until you don't pay it, okay? And they're just personally guaranteeing that it will get paid, you see. And theirs is not touched to anything. It just gets one inquiry, and that's it. Where they look at it and say, good, give them the money. You know, so those are always good. So if you got situations like that, or if you got some collateral, if you got like a 401k, you know, stuff like that, that stuff, they can give up money. We can work out something to get money. Insurance companies, equity in homes. You got a home, you got some equity in, we get some money off of that. You see? You know, stuff like that. So if you think you like in that situation, you can also go to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult, and it'll schedule you a time for us to do a phone conference, and we go over your situation and determine which way to go. So, like, all of that whole process, right, when I said set up the name, address, all that stuff, you got to get your DMV number, you got to know which order to apply for credit, right? It can be done, but a lot of people don't have that much time in their day, okay, to do all of that, right? So we have a software, which is the Business Credit Builder. It's a suite that takes you step by step, the whole process. So you don't skip a step, you don't miss an I, you know, because your name and telephone number has to be exact on every single thing. You know, this system helps make sure everything is exact. It takes you step by step, and then once you complete all the steps and you up here and you got your 90 number and you got all your credit and your 15 trade lines, then it's gonna match you up with over 200 lenders that already got the money. They already talked to us, and they said if they came to your program, we know they qualified. That particular client is going to get this money, no doubt. Now it's up to you just to figure out which situation you want to get your money from, because they're going to have different situations based on risk, what the interest rate is, you know, how much you're going to have to pay, and all that different stuff. So you'll be able to evaluate which one is going to be good for me. So, and everybody that gives money, they give money for particular situations. You know, it might be just equipment. Like, they might only give for buying lawn equipment. You know what I mean? So, so every situation is different, and every lender is specializing in what it is that they do.
Let me ask you a question too. In terms of, you mentioned collateral, or you say credit, collateral, or cash. So we'll say in terms of cash. This is something this is the first time I've heard that if you have $10,000 in a bank account with them, they'll be more likely to work with you. Do you think it's better to work with a credit union or a bank?
What, to get a business loan?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, with the credit union or with the bank, they're going to require all that stuff. Okay, so either one, what you do is in that arena, you're shopping your best deal. You know, you go to one and see what that interest rate is. How much y'all going to give me? What's the interest rate? What amounts I need to pay? You know.
Well, the reason I ask, if you have all your money with one or two banks, would it be beneficial to kind of move it to another one? You said they would be more likely to work with you if you have your money with that bank.
Well,
so which is best to keep it?
It doesn't matter which bank it is, right? Say you got $10,000 in Bank of America for over 90 days, where the balance has not gone under $10,000 at one time for that 90-day period. You can go to Wells Fargo and say, "Hey, I need some money. Look at my bank rating."
Okay.
Because there's secret bank ratings, okay? You know, there's these credit ratings, but then there's a secret bank rating that not everybody knows about, which is the bank. It's not even at the bank manager level. It's at the underwriting level that know about these ratings, and these ratings are based on stuff like how much money is in your bank. Okay, so so if you got the 10,000 over in this Bank of America, right, and then you're over here at Wells Fargo and you're applying for a loan, then they're gonna look at your bank rating, and they're gonna see that you had 10,000 in there in that account for over 10, and they're gonna be like, he's a good risk, okay? But then with those, they also are gonna ask for everything else. You know, they're also gonna ask for your bank statements. They're also gonna ask for your financial statements. You're gonna have to have good credit. You know what I mean? All that stuff they need. The commercial banks, they need all of it. But with business funding, you only need one. And having more than one makes you more lendable, right? So with my company, we also give you personal credit, repair as well, because we want to get you in a position where you are most lendable. You see? So if you have your personal lendable, you got your business lendable, now you're double lendable. That's the part we trying to get you at. We're trying to get you in a comfortable financial situation so that when your business needs funding to continue to operate or grow, you have access to it. You know what I mean? You're not falling back. You're not going backwards to go forward. You know what I mean? That you're already set up. And now, when you need to expand, you got the access to get it. You know, oh, I had to hire some more people, so now I need to hire some more people. I need a little bit more funding for that. You know, stuff happens. You know, so you need to be in a position to be able to get to this funding, and with the business credit, it just makes it real easy. You know. Any more questions? Anything?
I have one. What's the DMV number? Do you apply for that, or do they automatically assign one to you?
You can apply it. You can apply for it, and they automatically assign it. So when 5 trade lines hit, they're automatically going to give you it. Automatic. But you can apply for it also. But when you do apply for it, right after you apply for it, you're going to get these emails, you're going to get these calls. Yo, you can't get it unless you do this.
Do you think it's better to go through DMV and pay for their service? Or
Pay for their service?
Because they said that they can give you a credit number for like $1,000 or something.
It's not worth it when you can do it yourself. You know what I mean? They'll give you a Dun & Bradstreet, they'll give you a Dun's number without you paying anything. Okay?
Well, I have a number, I have a Dun, but they're trying to sell me on their service to get a credit score.
Oh, right.
So,
They're going to tell you, you need to get, in order to get your credit score, you're going to need to get this package. You don't need to get that package to get a score. Sometimes it's good to have some of those packages, but you don't need it. It's not necessary to get business credit. To get that payday score, all you got to do is get that Dun & Bradstreet number, which is free, and get some trade lines. And that's how you get your score. You get 5 trade lines, you get a score. And if you didn't apply for a Dun's number, they're going to give you one by then. When you get those 5 trade lines in, you good. You running, you rocking and rolling. You're going to the next stage in getting the revolving credit. Get that Home Depot so you can make that deck in the back. You know. What's your name?
I'm sorry, hi, I'm Courtney.
Courtney. Nice to meet you, Courtney. I'm Noel Booker. You have a business?
Yes, I have a consulting business.
Great. So, let me see. How would funding help your business?
Well, I'm also interested in doing business investments, real estate, and property and other businesses.
This is the real estate class. Everybody's into real estate here. But now they know how to get that down payment money.
You have business cards and stuff with you, so we.
Oh yeah. You know what? It's in the car too. But I'll make sure y'all got them. You know. Yeah. And so I do these once a week. Only got a few left in Atlanta. And but because I live here, I'm always gonna be doing stuff here. You know. But and I'm just starting, so you know, I don't mind starting from the bottom. These little sessions here is what I call my pre-season. You know, so I'm training myself to be in front of people and talk about it before, you know, I go and rent a hotel room and get a big crowd and all that stuff. So I'm training, you know, so hopefully y'all will stick with me and see the progress, and y'all will get on and build with me. So, which leads me to this, right? Now, we got this system. That's the bomb, right? But it is kind of pricey. So, I got a situation that people that could get in now, that they will build their business credit with me, okay? Step by step. I'm gonna have these webinars that each month we will have these webinars to go over what your next step is, what my next step is, and we all going to be doing it together. Okay? Just call me on the console and see, I'm doing it at a real low price so that 12 months from now, when you got all these trade lines and all this credit, we do a video and say, Business Credit Builder set me up. You see? So I want y'all to get money just like me. So I'm building, and I want y'all to get it with me. So y'all start at the ground level with me. Shoot, next 5 years, y'all gonna be just as wealthy as I am with my 10 companies. You know? And the guy that I initially, when I told you about the guy initially that showed me the whole thing, this is all he does. This is all he does, okay? He's so advanced at this that, for instance, he got the freight company where he got some trucks, right? The trucks are running. So he sets up the freight company where they got to buy trucks, right? So then he sets up the truck sales company that sells trucks, right? So then he goes to a lender that gives money for trucks, right? So the company asking for money, the truck company say, I'm buying trucks from the sales company, and they cut the check to the sales company, which is him. Okay? He does that with like different companies, like furniture, you know, courier. You see? And he's flipping it and getting clients and doing theirs. You see? So, I mean, it opens up some thought process, right? Mm-hmm. Right. There's some money out there for business. There's some money out there for business. So, y'all get down with me on this initial hookup, and we all get it together. How about that? Just hook up that consult. Y'all can sign up now for it if y'all want. And I'm always available. I'm going to be doing these more, even though I might not do them all the time in Atlanta, but I'll be I'm gonna start as we progress with the technology. We're gonna do webinars and stuff like that. This is the first time we're doing Twitter through the Periscope. We're doing that live. So peace to all those people. So this is the beginning stages. I hope y'all get down with me and learn some more about getting this money. Because there's a whole bunch of information. I mean, I can't do it all in a sit down. You know what I mean? But there's a whole bunch of information about every aspect of this that I didn't learn. I got it down packed. I can start talking and don't stop. Anytime I get something that I know about, and I can start talking, never stop. On the capabilities of this money getting. So and you always get excited about getting money. So Any other questions? Anything? It don't have to be about this. It can be about something else. No.
We appreciate it. Learned a lot.
I appreciate y'all. Man. Yeah, make sure you got my numbers and stuff, right? You got my song, my cell, and all that. Let's see. Our telephone number, website. One day I'm gonna get a good professional picture. Yeah, so I'm excited about this credit building thing. It's a slow process, but faster than what you're normal used to, with personal credit, and it works. Like that guy that I was telling you about, he's like one of them flamboyant type of guys. One day he's talking to a guy, and he's telling the guy to ask him a question or something, and then he said, "Man, I'm a professional at making money." And then he pulled out his wallet and dropped down these credit cards with business names on them. Said, "This 10,000. So it's there, and anybody can get it. You just got to know the steps. It's a strategic, step-by-step plan.
Well, looking forward to learning more.
Okay.
And y'all, you said y'all, where do y'all buy property?
Yeah.
I mean, where at?
We haven't yet.
We're starting out.
We're starting.
Okay.
We're trying to do it the right way.
Okay. Gotcha. Where, are y'all looking anywhere yet, or y'all just trying to get this stage first before you even start looking at all?
Yeah.
She's doing the schooling, and I'm doing the looking.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm actually getting my real estate license.
Oh, and go to the website, right, to get on social medias. Okay. Y'all already got the. Did y'all get the free business guide? Did y'all get that? Did y'all get some emails when y'all signed up for this?
I did.
And they had the picture with me on it. You don't remember?
I don't remember that part.
Look in there. Look in those emails because there's a free guide on how the stuff I already taught you. There's some more detail in it, step-by-step detail. There's some free stuff. You get the email list, or you just go to the website. It'll say get the free guide. Put your email in there, and then you get a free guide on how to build business credit. And I'll give you some other stuff that's free that helps you learn more about the stuff. So I'm free and open about the stuff that I know. I like to share information, help people grow. You know what I mean? In this whole business world, information is key, and they hold the information. You know what I mean? They they hold information. When I was in the music industry, and nobody sat down with me and told me about the music industry. I had to go in it and mess up some and learn and work with it. But nobody sat down to me to this day and told me how that thing goes. And now I know how it goes from the beginning to the end. But I had to get in there and do it. It took me years of scratching records. Yeah. All right, man. We're gonna shut down and get on with our day. It's the fight tonight, and it's going down.
It is. Big night tonight.
Yeah. Ooh, football game tonight too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thank y'all for coming. Let me get y'all to sign in.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
And if we could get a business card.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run to the car and get my cards while I get y'all to sign in. Just put your name, number, and email. Let me get these cards.
You say you already have a couple of houses?
Mm-hmm. I have duplexes, so I don't flip them. I buy them and I hold them.
That's what we're looking for.
That's probably going to be our first purchase, duplexes or quads.
Quad is what we're looking for.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Those
a
are
lot,
going to be our first purchases.
a lot of them out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
because those are income generating properties that you. Yeah,
Right.
That's one of our first purchases.
okay. Yeah, it's a lot of them. It's definitely
Yeah.
my best investment so far.
Oh,
yeah.
I noticed quite a few.
Did you buy it under your business or your personal?
Personal. Yeah, I want to get away from me and put it in the other side, because in case anything go wrong, let me knock on some wood real quick. But in case anything go wrong, it ain't on me. So that's definitely what I want. But East Point is good. Both of mine are in East Point, so I like East Point.
East Point, I've seen some in College Park. Yeah, I do the looking.
Oh, okay. You the looker.
I'm doing all the looking to
So
see
I
if
get
you
that
do
email
it.
that's listing.
Thank you.
I'm so new. I haven't even gotten my business credit card yet.
Yes, that's it.
This is my
Okay, cool.
my media net business cards.
So you jack of all trades, huh?
Yep, I'm not proud of that. But it got me to this point, so
Yeah,
hey.
good thing. And what kind of consulting you say you do?
Like public health,
Okay.
public health in schools.
Okay. So what